You know, it's not a foregone conclusion that Judge Brett Kavanaugh will become a Supreme Court justice. Of course, he's inching closer in this confirmation process. Now the full Senate is expected to vote on Saturday, and some senators are still on the fence, even after the FBI concluded and released its supplemental investigation today. In fact, on the Senate floor, leaders commenting on the confirmation process. Take a listen.
We owe it to the American people to underscore that you're innocent until proven guilty. It's the Senate that's on trial here, Mr. President. What kind of image will we convey to the public? Can we be scared by all these people rampaging through the halls, accosting members at airports, coming to their homes? They're trying to intimidate the Senate into defeating a good man.
We Democrats had many fears that this would be an all too limited process that would constrain the FBI from getting the facts. Having received a thorough briefing a few minutes ago, our fears have been realized. Our fears have been realized. This is not a thorough investigation.
Let's bring in Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz, former Utah congressman and author of The Deep State, How an Army of Bureaucrats Protected Barack Obama and is Working to Destroy the Trump Agenda. Congressman, welcome to the show. You know, what
Thanks,
we're
Charles.
watching here, it's like it's the ultimate train wreck. You know, it's embarrassing to the country. It's embarrassing to Washington, D.C. And the drama still hasn't played out because we're still not convinced or not necessarily sure that Brett Kavanaugh will indeed be confirmed. What are your thoughts?
Well, that's why they got to have the vote. You know, some of the senators said the reason they wanted to spend an extra week is because this issue was tearing apart America. But I think it had the exact opposite effect. By not being definitive, by not making clear decisions after 6 FBI investigations and extending this out, I think it got even more divisive. Nevertheless, I think he's going to win the vote. He's got a 35-year track record. The one thing we haven't been talking about is 300 opinions that he's written during his time on the court. Those aren't the subject of any discussion. It's all about, did he throw ice at a bar or not? That's how silly it's become.
Yeah, it certainly has become despicable to the point where it is so politicized that it's boomerang, though. I think what the mainstream media is seeing now with folks who did not like President Trump, even within the Republican Party, you know, today in the New York Times, Bret Stephens, of all people, said, "For once, I'm grateful for Trump." I mean, he wrote this article, and he says that President Trump did not back down in the face of slipperiness, hypocrisy, and dangerous standard setting deployed by the opponents of Brett Kavanaugh. I mean, who knew President Trump would unite the party by selecting Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court?
Well, I think the country can sniff this stuff out. They recognize, for instance, that Hillary Clinton was a liar, and that's in large part why she was not elected. They wanted a disruptive president who was going to do something different. But in a justice, they want somebody who's got a steady hand, who's got a proven track record. And I think they look at that Kavanaugh family and him personally and the indignation that he expressed when he was, you know, so viciously attacked for something he believes he didn't do, and a 35-year track record and 2 beautiful daughters. And I think America figured out that, you know what, he may not be a perfect man, but none of us are perfect. But his 35-year track record speaks volumes, and that's why ultimately I think he'll become a justice.
And by the same token, the way the Democrats treated Dr. Christine Blasey Ford was nothing short of despicable, and it became more and more clear. Not just through the sort of deposition process that we watched on national television, but in subsequent reports that these attorneys that were assigned to her from Senator Feinstein were more like Democratic operatives. And I think people are disgusted with that as well. They see 2 people here who they feel are victims.
Yeah, I think something happened to Ms. Ford along the way. I don't believe, based on there's no corroboration on any of her statements. But, you know, hey, I can't fly to Washington, D.C. because I'm afraid of airplanes. But meanwhile, it comes out that she was, you know, flying quite regularly. I need 2 doors in my rooms. But then they go and do an investigation and find out that she was getting renters. That's why she needed a second door. So history, I think, will show that the Democrats handled this poorly. They overplayed their hand. They were too aggressive in their scorched earth approach to this, that it seemed contrived and calculated from the very beginning. But we'll see how history plays it out. Depends how the vote goes on Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you, because you said you thought that the judge would be confirmed. We heard where Jeff Flake said yes, maybe. Now he wants to see the information again. Nothing from Murkowski yet. So who do you think the votes will come? Where will the votes come from?
I was surprised to see Heidi Heitkamp go no, but I think that in part has to do with the fact that she's losing by 10 or 12 points in her own state in her Senate race. But I do think Senator Flake will. I mean, he voted yes in the committee.
Sure.
I think I think he'll look at this in a real rational, reasonable
Collins,
place.
Murkowski, yes, also.
I think they get from here to there, and I think Joe Manchin also comes along and votes yes as well.
Thank you very much. Always appreciate it, Jason.